Love, light, greetings, soul family. My divinity to yours. Welcome and welcome back. Thank you for your clicks, comments, appreciation, and participation. For being the light avatars, the light warriors, for caring, sharing, working, and weaving to uplift in enlightenment and higher consciousness this grand golden awakening of New Earth. Thank you for all that you do. In a conscious way, in an unconscious way, Spirit applauds you, commends you, and above all that, the earth herself is opening her heart to say thank you. For it is her energy, her body, and resources that lifetime after lifetime, all generations come to partake of, to live on, to enjoy, and it is about time that we return this gift. Part 1 and 2 of the readings that we've done, thank you for your listenership, your contribution, support, and your comments, which I am still getting through. It has taken an energetic toll on me. You probably hear it in my voice. I have been emotional. It has been a very big, a huge emotional and energetic, not just a connection, but a feeling of deep emotion for me, deep sadness. But at the same time, I've got to uplift myself, remind myself not to be drawn into the wrong team, and of course to keep working in light, for light, of light, and from light. So yes, we've got to give ourselves that jolt back up, that push up, and remind ourselves that we need to use our energy in the right way for the right reasons and not invest it in the worry, the sadness, the blame, the guilt, the anger, and so on. So today's reading will be part 3. After much contemplation whether I will do it as an individual reading or add it as a part 3, Spirit's impressions were take it into part 3 because this particular question was part of the questionnaire, which we did not complete because of the length of the videos and the energetic toll it takes on bringing this information. Part 1 felt lighter but heavy. Part 2 was even more intensive because Spirit channeled most of that energy because I asked for it. I did not want the one word cryptic for us to go back and forth. You saw part 1 was a little bit different energetically, and part 2 seemed to flow very, very differently. So again today I have asked Spirit to bring through the energy in a more channeled way, in a clearer format, and that takes a lot on my vocals. And of course we will have it to be a conversation where we have Prince William here and Princess Catherine's energy coming through. So I will have an extra 2 energies on top of that. 21 April 2024 is a 21 plus 4 plus 8 gives you 33, which then reduces to a 6. But 33 on its own is the Christed consciousness energy. Reduced individually is a 3 plus 3, which gives us the 6. So it tells us that his vibration in Trinity and her vibration in Trinity becomes the 33 of the Christed energy if that were to play out as it was preordained to do so. It would have been a beautiful divine union of energy brought together in partnership to bring this plan into play, this life plan to play it out well. They would have made an excellent union on the throne, in life, socially, personally, globally, unitedly. Before I could start, I looked at the time, as I always do, just to have an idea of how much energy is going into a particular numeracy. The time was 12 o'clock, midday, and the date 21. So we had a 12 and a 21. Again, adding to 3 plus 3. So very applicable for the vibration in synchronicity today. So very quickly, the 6 is an energy of mastery, self-balancing, self-mastery, earthly energies, earthly matters, earthly materials, and of course a lot of planetary influence of cosmic vibrations with personal thoughts on this particular mantle of earth, being in the matrix, and how we have faith by connecting that spiritually for a higher purpose and a greater good. So what I am saying here is this energy is about your test of singularity, duality, and triality. Taking singular energies of the individuals, yourself, marrying that together with divine energies in duality, and then from that births through a test of faith and reverence and honor of your blueprint, your life path, to bring in Trinity, triality, which is the 3. And when it becomes a union, it's a 33. It becomes coherent. It becomes kindred. Right? The 6 I relate to your third eye chakra, which is the energy center of intuition, wisdom, insight, foresight, divine connection, and of course opening this chakra helps through by having yourself connected to your inner peace, your inner stillness, your inner sanctuary, higher consciousness, through meditation, through quiet time and resonance of finding who you are and connecting with that cosmic vault of spiritual understanding and knowing. It will also enhance your inner vision so that you are able to receive impressions, glyphs, symbols, and interpret them to help you on your journey. In Tarot, the 6 is the Lovers, which is your major arcana. Lovers, from Lovers is love. Love on all different levels. Love in friendship, relationship, partnership, unionship. Being kindred spirits in love will birth divine soul contract connections, and to be able to live out these cycles in a very harmonious and divine loving way. It's also about sexual connections, your desires, your choices, your contracts. Right? It is not just an intimate energy of romance and sensuality, sexuality, but love in general, in life, for yourself, for others, for nature, for the earth, for God, for the divine, and of course a give and take of that. To have an open heart, to have shared and similar interests, to be able to thrive on that energy, and that is what love is about. So very quickly, I also want to touch on something that I know a lot of people are having difficulty with, right? And that is finding yourself sway into being very 3D in matters like this, right? It is normal and I understand it. But however, I want you to understand that anyone that chooses a life in a royal family, specifically and especially this one, it goes without saying that their lives are not their lives in the end, or even through the journey, most of the journey. They are born innocent. They are thrust into darkness, manipulated by control and brainwashing, by ritual, by practice, by being watched, abuse. It is torturous, it is tormenting that the dark uses them as puppets, right? They've got to take themselves in their pure essence and energy, yet they do have the blood, but they can still come out of it. A lot of us walking on the planet have the blood. a lot in diluted format. However, you can identify family members that will be kind in a moment and then completely ruthless in the next. And that is an example of how this plays out in our lives. But in that institution, it is induced, it is enforced. You can't get out of it. It is an addiction. And you're constantly fed with that energy to keep you in form, in line, on a leash. A lot is free will, but when you enter that specific institution or type of institution, you don't have much of a say. Life is an instruction. It's dictated. It is orchestrated and engineered, and you are used in a body format to be doing the work of the minions, the dark executives, the overlords, and so on. And we will touch on those topics later on in different videos. So I want you to have a very compassionate understanding of how this happens, so that you can understand when you want to evaluate a person that it is not just them, it is their body that is used and abused. Even if within themselves they do not want to do what they are doing or told to do, they have no choice but to do it, because they are threatened with life, and their children, their family, the ones that are closest to them. And like Diana, she had to go. She was taken out because she was a rebel for something. Catherine is a rebel for something. Meghan is a rebel for something. Queen Elizabeth herself did not want to do a lot of what she did. And that is why eventually they turned to the light, because they're tired of it. It is too many lives to be in that darkness. And the cycle is now ending. It is coming to a closure, the collapse, the fall that I have been channeling through different readings, the towers that are coming through. It is all now playing out. And I know enlightened people prior to my time have also stated in different readings and videos that these are the times. It is here. It is now becoming a reality. It is manifesting. So I am not saying I agree with the wrongs. I am not saying lean on the team of compassion based on that. I am saying use your discernment to understand what goes on in a very brief way, in a very shallow way, behind the scenes that we do not have knowledge of, understanding of, comprehension of, before we make judgment. Right? And this is the war between light and dark that's playing out. And it is getting worse before it gets better, because they do not want to lose grip. They do not want to let go. They continue to put in our face this nasty play which we are falling prey to, becoming prey of. Right? It is not our place to prosecute, to judge. It is not our place to evaluate in its intricacies, right? Because that is left for the ones of light, for the karmic lords, the divine ones that are designated to charge. Everyone that goes through the karmic laws will be charged correctly, accurately, but it may not play out how we want it to play out. These souls will need to reincarnate in different lives, in different ways, to go through that karma. And you might think, yes, but I want to see it. You will be there. You will be there. But you may not have full remembrance of it, because if we remember everything, then we manipulate the outcome. And that is why we are veiled from seeing everything, knowing everything, because we need our highest, unstained, unblemished, uninfluenced self to be our righteous self. If I said to you, go and do that, you will remember it and you will do it perfectly. But if you go out there yourself and do it, you will then try to do it for your best at your best, not so. And that's what it's about. It's about being neutral, it's about being singular, yet collective. It's do unto self like others you want done unto you. What you do to others, what they do to you, right? What you do to others returns to you, whether it's good or not good. So we need to act in light. We have the free will and the right to fight with love light and in love light. And when I say fight with love light, in love light means from a place of love, not anger, not judgment, not hate, not contempt. Because then what we achieve is absolutely nothing. Right? The spiritual councils, the divine councils have their roles to play. Leave them to the details, and they are working behind the scenes. If you think divine justice or divine intervention is not in play, it is. Can you see what is happening with all the things that were presented in the recent weeks? Pictures, videos, media information. There is something that is telling us it is wrong. Who do you think is interfering with these productions that they themselves have probably created to a perfection, but somewhere along the line it's been distorted? And who do you think is being part of that? The divine. Is bringing out, is interfering, is tampering for our greater good because we are calling for it, right? And this is how powerful we are. You don't realize it. So continue in light, from light, for light, of light. That is the only power that we have in this equation, and we have right to use it for the right reasons, for the higher and greater good, not to point the finger. Not to point the finger. I want to give you a quick vision, right? Just to imagine a dark room. There's no light whatsoever. Complete darkness. And you take a little candle, a tea light, and you light it. You stand in the center of that room, and what do you see? You see luminousness, don't you? Doesn't it show you a spot of light and a little aura of that light? You do see light beginning to grow. You see a shadowy energy. So what does it tell you? You have the power by yourself to bring light in a dark situation. Now let's add one more person to that. We have 2 candles burning. 2 of us light up that room. We've added and increased the light frequency, haven't we? How about 5 more of us, 10 more of us? What happens when those numbers grow? We extinguish the darkness. There's no more darkness. So this is what I am saying. No matter where the darkness is, how it came about, who is responsible, yes, we want to know. Our human minds are digging, are curious, assuming, presuming, wanting to conclude, angry. That is irrelevant as the bigger picture. What is relevant and what is needed is your light to dissolve this darkness, because there's a greater darkness behind this particular problem, and that is the root of the problem. That is what we want to extinguish. That is what we want to dissolve, so that our children of the future are not falling prey to this, not becoming prey to this. They will not prey on our children. We will have a better earth, a better world. So what they are doing is using people like puppets and pawns to fight amongst each other, to attack each other, right? As a distraction while they drain human energy. I go back and listen to my breaking out of the 3D matrix video. It gives you an idea, and I will be expanding on that. So I want to start the reading. Right, this will go into a length as well. I do have questions. On my left, I will bring in Prince William's energy. On my right, I will bring in Catherine's energy. Right, I am calling it or feeling it to be a conversation between the two, or let's see how it plays out. Spirit has their own plans, their own intentions, and of course questions that I may ask will have answers coming through in previous ones. That means the dynamic also changes. Again, I just put questions down in my book as a guide, and then we go with what Spirit says. So Divine Spirit of Light, Mother, Father, Creator, I invite your beautiful, pure energy of light and love and blessing and healing and protection over me, the channel, this beautiful platform of light, and everyone listening, that for the higher and greater good of the work that we are doing, that each one is blessed and connected for a higher and greater vision and purpose in bringing harmony, health, balance and bounty to this world. Thank you. I do ask that you bring through the energies of Prince William and Princess Catherine, as we have already discussed, to have this reading, and that we, as clearly as possible, bring through what needs to be expressed and communicated. Thank you. I do welcome the energies of Prince William, Princess Catherine in your higher, spirited, divine selves, to be present, to witness and participate through Divine Spirit the messages we need. We do respect, we do thank and honor, and we do not judge. Instead, express truth in the currency of this particular equation. Thank you. I will not go through their charts. I have done that in previous readings, right? But just for the new viewers, the new family members, Prince William is born on the 21st of June 1982. He's a Cancer Sun, a Cancer Moon, and a Sagittarius Ascendant. And Princess Catherine is a Capricorn Sun, a Cancer Moon, and a Leo Ascendant. So William has a lot of water, and Catherine has a mix of three, except that she doesn't have in her top three the air sign. So she's very earthy, emotional, intuitive, spiritual, very ambitious energy, with the fixed Leo as her ascendant. Divine Spirit, please give me an introduction to Prince William's energy in its currency. Okay, that fell on the floor. Let me pick it up. It did fall face up. we have the Hermit. Right. There's a candle burning in this Hermit, so maybe he wants to talk to us and shed light on what's happening, coming out of a time of quiet and peace, coming out from hiding. When I say hiding, not seen as much in public, keeping away to himself, or busy doing what he wanted to do, going through an ending and rebirthing and awakening. Maybe he's ready to tell us something, and we do thank him for that. Can you share more, Spirit? What is Prince William feeling at this time that we are having this particular reading between him and Princess Catherine? Two of Swords and Strength. It's been very closed off. It's been a contradictory energy. It's a difficult energy that he is trying to see a way forward, but still yet cannot see a way forward. He is very guarded. He's still protecting what is happening. He's not seeing the bigger picture yet. And I do feel Spirit is saying he's also prevented from moving too quickly with this. There's a restriction on this energy. But he's trying to find the strength, the courage to come out and express. This is an energy of 8, the infinity energy. Trying to be courageous, trying to come out into the open, into the jungle of this darkness, out of it. And I think he's very concerned about the trust and how this will break out into the world on the earthly landscape. Right? Will he survive it? That is what his problem is. There's light. Can we see? There's light. He is trying very hard to see the light in this. Thank you. I will use the same deck to introduce Princess Catherine's energy later on. So can you share with us now, what is Prince William's feelings, his emotions towards Princess Catherine? How is he feeling at this particular time? What does he want to tell us, show us, help us understand what he is feeling or dealing with? The Wheel. A cycle. A completion. A chapter closed. Spirit is saying everyone gets the cycle of Saturn. The great changes, the big changes, and the cycle is over. It could have been fortunate. It could have been fortunate. What else? Five of Cups. Sadness, grief, mourning, depression, anxiety, emotional upheaval. He's going through a great, sad time for what has happened, what is happening. It's a great loss. It is the past. It is a missed opportunity. Many missed opportunities. And it is breaking him down. Death. It's the end in a physical and non-physical. The cycle is over. An ending has come. And nothing can change the past. He also feels a death in himself, a dying of the self, an ending of the self. A great darkness sits in his heart, in his life. The control of darkness, the manipulation, the depression of darkness, his whole life, that has made him a dark and ugly person. And it is easy when you are in darkness to attract darkness, to fuel it, to energize it, to support it, to become it. And that is why the Hermit is here. He is trying to bring out the light. He's trying to make sense of something. The part of him that is still holding a spark of light wants that flame to grow, to show light, to rekindle itself. There's an energy of repent, deep repent, remorse. It is a haunting energy. It is wreaking havoc inside of him. And I literally am being brought to tears as I tell you this, because I am feeling that evil, demonic, dark place that he's in, that he had to continually drink out of this darkness, eat out of this darkness, wear this darkness, be stained by it, metamorph into it. Like a puppet, like an ornament, like a machine that was programmed. It is not a happy life. Is there any other message from this deck? The Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. This is Catherine having to leave it behind and ascend, walk away. She had to be discarded. And when I say discarded, rejected, hurt and wounded. This is dark. But can you see when you hold the light in you, how you can make darkness brighter? That you rise above it. And it brings you into contentment. So wherever she is, she is on a divine swing of peace, of happiness and joy. And that is what he's trying to find in himself to connect with. He too is in this place and wants to walk away, leave it all behind, and find some joy, some happiness. Anything else? No. Can you tell us, Spirit, what message does William have for Catherine? What does he wish to tell her or express? 10 of Wands. What does Prince William wish to tell Catherine? Page of Wands. King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. 10 of Wands. It is a heavy burden that he's carrying. It's an overload, an onslaught of heavy darkness. Heavy darkness. And he wants to complete this. He wants it over and done with. He wants to bring it out into light, into awareness. He wants to be freed from this burden on his shoulders, the weight he's carrying, the load on his back, the distraction. He can't see his way forward. It's not as clear. He is being plagued by this. It is the bars of a prison gate in front of him. And he wants to take action to set things right, to make it better, to bring it out, to relieve himself of it. He wants to free his spirit and action the news to bring closure, to make peace with it. I saw the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and I do feel that he's praying about actioning this. He's looking for a way outside of his imprisonment of self and the system to call for intervention, to put it to rest. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but Spirit is saying that they are intervening to bring it out. But how much will we get to know or will be revealed? That cannot be disclosed at this time. Then we have the King of Pentacles, which is Prince Harry's energy. So is William wanting to reach out to Harry to help him through this? Is William wanting Catherine to understand who Harry actually is? Harry has a role in this, Spirit says. It gets cryptic every reading. Can you tell us, why is the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here? Where William needs to express to Princess Catherine what he's feeling. Why is the King of Pentacles here? The Queen of Pentacles tried to flip now, but went back. And that is an energy, the Star. We have the Star, the High Priestess, and the Devil, the Four of Wands. So they're looking at Harry, Prince Harry, in this equation to save, to heal the situation, to help him heal this, to understand it, to restore, to bring a fulfillment. He's searching. He needs Harry. That's what he's trying to tell her, that Harry can help me to overcome this. Healing, the High Priestess. He needs pillars of strength. He needs help. He can't do it by himself. He wants to. He wants the information out. He wants to take it out. Spirit says he wants to take it out. But he's restricted. There's the Devil card. The Dark does not want him to do that just yet. They are wanting to play this game for a little bit longer. There's the 11, there's the 11, and there is the double 11, the 4, the 11, 11. He wants healing for his children. He wants peace for them. He's trying to tell her that he wants this over so he can heal the situation. But Harry is involved here. So I am not sure how this is playing out. Spirit is not telling us too much. Because remember, we become fixated when we are told. Because free will alters information. You can be promised today an announcement will be made, and then a change of heart or mind, and it won't be. And it's not that a prediction was wrong. In that energy currency, it was accurate, but free will changed it. And I have said before, you can decide to go to the shops today, and then you have this major storm and a weather warning, everybody indoors, or take cover or be undercover, and you've changed your mind. You were going into a store to get supplies for you and perhaps 2 or 3 other people, and their lives depended on that particular thing being brought back, so their lives get delayed. Your life is delayed, and then tomorrow you've got to interfere in a currency of a different energy timeline and now squeeze that particular plan in. And that is what free will is about. How things continually move, change, shift, and adjust. But he's looking for an outcome of healing, of expression, He's stuck. He's stuck. And prevented and controlled and tempted and influenced and addicted by this dark manipulation. But Harry, this star followed the King of Pentacles. So is Harry the lifesaver? Is Harry the one that he needs so desperately to help him get through this, to understand, to resonate? Perhaps now he understands what Harry was going through. That's what Spirit is saying. He is now understanding what Harry was going through. It had to take a crisis for him to have a rude awakening, to bring out the light, the star, the understanding, the higher consciousness, the knowing. But he's still controlled. Why? Because he's the future king. But he needs his brother. Their mother united them as children, and it was intended for them to remain each other's support, her pillars, her legacy. These are her two sons. She expresses, that is me in the light, and these are my two sons. Spirit is saying an expression to give you a visual of how she anchored them both. But one went in a different direction. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of this deck. And the Queen of Wands is Megan. She's the fire. But there's a war going on with her right now. There's been a war going on for a long time against her, with her, about her. Hangman, and this is what's causing delays and problems and not being able to see things as it should be. The Queen of Swords. Truth, justice, righteousness, mastery, light. She's seeking truth. She wants truth. She wants justice. The Nine of Wands. That is what is restricting William. It's all of this that is taking place behind the scenes with Megan as well. I'm not sure why that's playing out here. Right, but that's what I'm getting. Please give me a message from this deck to understand William's energy at this time. In reverse, and number 10, the scythe. Danger, accident, warning, sudden harvest and surgery. So tell me, Spirit, what do I do? Keep it in reverse or keep it upright? Upright. Because that's what it's about. It's all the danger of the system, the nasties, the warnings, the promptings, the sudden drama, the trauma, surgery. What is that about? All of this took place very suddenly, on the pretense of a surgery. He's saying, he's speaking now from a dark place. Can you see? It was a dangerous situation, and he too was in danger. This particular energy had to be harvested. This had to have a sudden ending. Surgery was a sudden warning, but it was a dangerous act of harvest. That needs to be here. Can you give me one more about what he wishes to tell Princess Catherine? Child. He expresses to her her innocence in this matter, who she was as a person, open, innocent, free, playful, brand new to this, and just wanted to be a free spirit with her children, her life. It was not expected, and clearly she was robbed of that, of her youth, her innocence, her life, and that of the children. It was cut away, it was taken, it was axed. At the bottom we have the star. So they're looking for someone. He's looking for someone to save this energy, to help him cope with it, to rescue. Right, there's the star. So in the darkness, he's searching for that one star to help him. Thank you. All right, Divine Spirit, let's bring in the energy of Catherine. Can you introduce Princess Catherine's energy to us at this time? Three of Swords. This was the first card we chose in part 1 of this reading. Well, we didn't choose it, Spirit gave it to us. And what my throat is playing up, it's showing how she was crying for help and screaming out for help, that she was almost voiceless. The pain she was going through at the time and the pain that this has caused her. This is what she's saying, how helpless she was, banging her head, banging her hands against things, trying to be heard, trying to be listened to express herself. So much pain. This has caused her tremendous pain. The King of Pentacles is Harry. He's back. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, showing how everything changed so quickly, even with Harry. Her life changed, her fortune changed, and so much changed when Harry left. Her life took a turn for the worse after he left. What else? Is there any other message? No. But at the bottom we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Catherine. This is her. And the Four of Cups. And the World. This is her energy. She understood Harry. She was happy when he was there. When he left, that's how she felt. Something left. She was very happy at that time. Her world was different, her life was different. Thank you. Can you tell us how is Princess Catherine feeling at this time? What does she want to tell us? We're not asking specifically, in general. Let her expand, expressing herself. What does she wish us to know, to share, to tell us? The Star and the Seven of Pentacles. She's in a place where the stars shine and she's happy. And everything that she worked hard for, she's reaping in another energy plane. She's no longer in that dark space of pain. Everything is beautiful. There is growth. For all that she had planted, those seeds are now bearing fruit in the higher planes. But she will continue to throw those seeds on the earth, she says, for the trees to grow here. Both the spreads have the star. That is beautiful, isn't it? And they would have been the stars themselves, both of them, in the 3 and 3, 33 energy. The Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. We have that card in this deck, in that spread, in William's spread already. Taking action. She's showing us to look in a bigger way, in a magnified way, in a larger way at what is coming. Not what you just see and are told, what you hear. Pay attention. You use your insight to see things for what they truly are. A lot will be out in the open and magnified, things coming out bigger and larger. That's what she's saying. Right, Four of Pentacles. Holding on and guarded and waiting for this particular announcement. She was holding on to so much and guarding so much here, and trying to keep it together, to sustain it. She, her 3 children, that is what she's holding close and guarding. And protecting, she says, I am protecting, she says. I will throw the seeds onto the earth and let the blooms grow, the trees grow. And my legacy, can you see the flowers on her skirt or her dress? She says, they're my legacy, my energy, my children. I'm holding them so close, wherever they are, but the seeds will grow through me, from me. The Knight of Swords. Everything ended so quickly and I had to leave. This is the media, she says, on her skirt, the information, everything that's been told, everything that's been said about her. She's making global news, she says. She's on a different plane of existence now. She was cut off so suddenly. And it's as if they want to wipe the slate clean, as if I did not exist. Is there anything else? No. Please do give me a message from here for Catherine. Bouquet. Pleasantness, gift, charming, joy, happiness, and flattery. This is where she is now. A different bouquet, different energy, blooming and blossoming in a different vibration. But she still holds the crystal ball of light to see the earth, her children, and what is going on. Right, this is a vase, but it is being projected to me as a ball that she still looks through from the inner planes to witness her children and life here. She's still connected. You see, she's cut the apple and she's taken half, but she's holding the half to the world, to the earth, which she's very much connected to because of the children. And those seeds will be planted as guidance, encouragement, protection, safety, understanding, compassion, love. That is what she intends. Anything else from this deck about her? Mountain. It was a mountain, she says. It was a long, difficult journey in the end. It felt that the climb was so treacherous and difficult, and I didn't have the tools and equipment anymore. I didn't have the resources anymore, the energy, the drive, the excitement. It was difficult, very difficult. And life felt like this great burden. And that is how her wheel of fortune turned in reverse. Everything just slowed down and ended from these difficulties and challenges. Can you tell us, Princess Catherine, what do you wish to express at this time to William? 14. And that is Temperance. Let's see what else. 4. That's the Emperor. 13. Death. Okay, let's stop there for now. Temperance. She knows there was a planning. She says, I know it was coming. There was a planning. She could sense the signs. A lot was starting to make sense to her in the end. But she tried. She tried to put it aside and think different. But she knew they were mixing this cocktail, this plan. To put me to sleep. It came from a higher order. That's the Emperor energy. The higher order. And William knows who that is. It was as if I was hunted down. And in the literal sense, death, my death was sanctioned. My ending was sanctioned. That is such a direct message. Doesn't need much interpretation. Is there any other message that you wish to express to him? Tell him. Queen of Wands. Megan. She's warning him about Megan. She's warning him about Megan. Please show us what you're trying to tell him. This is a victory, a win, a win. And we've got the Ace of Wands. This is divine intervention for a winning action or outcome. What is the Six of Wands and Megan about? Spirit is watching something that he is involved with for Megan. What could that be? I'm not sure if she's saying that Megan was a target or they were planning something with Megan. But she knows the Wheel of Fortune. So Megan is going to have a win or a victory or a triumph about something. Or she has to win something. Something is turning in her favor. I'm not sure if there's a battle going on behind the scenes that we perhaps do not know about. Well, of course, we do know that Megan has never had it easy. She's being hounded. But I feel she's telling him to stop. The Divine is saying stop. Stop. Look at the arrow. Stop. There's the bird on either side. This has to stop. We have a bird here as well. Can you see that? Spirit is watching something, and she's watching something. She's throwing flowers, petals, to congratulate Megan on a victory. Look. Leo is yellow. Sunshine is yellow. There's the yellow dress she's wearing. This is definitely Megan. I didn't expect her to come up in the reading. And Megan will have a victory. A victory of some kind. She's going to win something or overcome something. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but she said she's aware of it. And the Divine is intervening as well to bring a victory to it. They're not letting it go. They're not letting it go. It's not going to go in peace if it doesn't come out in the open or something to that effect. I'm not sure what they're trying to say. They don't want to give me too much because I'm not sure. Let's just ask a little bit more. Can you tell us a little bit more? Give us a hint about what this is. I think she's sending a warning to him, or she's telling him that they know something in higher up, or she's identifying something now about Megan that is true and honest and real. There's your star. There's the star. We've got, now this is a third one or the fourth one. I've lost count of it. She's going to win something. The Three of Cups, a celebration, and the Seven of Wands. She's leveling up. She's moving higher. There's her fire. This is Megan. She's saying something about Megan winning something or something coming out in the open. Or perhaps she's applauding Megan for this launch that she's had. She's celebrating it. Interesting. Okay, I don't think Spirit wants to give us any more on that. I can ask. Is there anything else? Okay, there's a card. Let's have a look. 9 of Wands. Yes. There's the hunt. There's the tower at the bottom, right? And there's your Page of Swords. Right, let me show it to you. Your Page of Swords. So some truth or information is going to come out and expose something. This has been an ongoing problem for Megan, but it's reaching its end. There will be light on a dark situation surrounding her. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it has something to do with something they've said in the book. There was a truth that will come out or be exposed. Because there's the Page of Swords. There's something going on that is a heavy burden for a long time. That has been blocking and testing faith and patience. And the time is coming for that to be exposed. In all different directions it's coming out. And it might make headlines. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to ask any more on Megan. She just showed up in the reading. Let me ask here. Can you give us a card? What are you trying to tell us in a little bit more detail? House. Home, family, warmth, security, safe, privacy, safety, comfort. Yeah, it's going to complete something. There's your 15 and your 16. Yes, this definitely has to do with Harry's house. Because for me, Harry is the bear here. This energy is played up twice already when I did readings on Harry. Or with him, his energy. So he's the bear here. And that 15 is his date of birth. So it has something to do with Harry's house, Harry's home. And here's your 16. They're going to win something. Or something will come out. There will be a grand achievement or conclusion, an ending to something in a very positive, big, happy way. Wow. You see, when we are of the light, we see things differently, in a higher way. We see everything. Nothing can be hidden. It is exposed. You cannot be in God's house and expect to hide things or lie. You cannot expect to want to favor anything. You have to speak the truth, otherwise you cannot be there. And now she can see the truth. She knows what was happening, even perhaps what she was fed with or had to oblige to and was forced to be part of, so not to upset the apple cart and to fit in the regime. She had to give in. Maybe she had her own personal viewpoints on Harry and Meghan, but she couldn't voice it. It's like, I'm screaming, I want to say something, nobody's listening to me. She had to just hide it, be discreet about it, so that she didn't create problems in her own home, not realizing that there was something much sinister going on or dark going on. I want to close the reading, so I'm going to take a final deck and be very neutral. Let me say that these cards were meant to be here, and I'm putting it late. I do apologize, but I got so taken with the energy that I'm not looking at the cards. This is so beautiful how it leans on each other. And there's so much of energy, there's so much of vibration of color. It's like I can show my true colors, she says. I can express myself. I am free. can be who I want to be. Oh, there's your star. There's your star. So many stars. And there's another one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stars here. This one showed itself as a supporting and it came out now. Beautiful. Let me go on. Okay, Divine Spirit, let's do a conclusion to this energy. Is there anything that William likes to say to conclude the energy, the reading today? The 10 of Cups. So what is he saying? That he's regretful that it's not the 10 of Cups, the happy ending, the happy outcome, the happy family life, but the ultimate happiness, the best life ever. So tell us more. What is he saying about the 10 of Cups? That's what it should have been. The Emperor tried to jump out. That's the father. The kingdom, the rule, the authority. But yes, it should have been, but unfortunately it was halved. This is a 10 and this is a 5 of Pentacles. It was halved, it was shortened, it had to end. She was separated from that. She had to separate. These two beautiful energies that should have been ended up being shadows of themselves separately on their own journey, not knowing, not looking, not feeling. Loss, sadness, worry, isolation, misery. That's what it ended up being, the total opposite of 10 of Cups. Is there anything else that William wants to say? The Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Queen of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. That's a mouthful, isn't it, already? So what is he saying? It couldn't be what it needed to be. Justice has to be served now. Now he's got to face justice. It's like he's holding this pentacle in his hand, hoping for the best outcome for himself. But unfortunately, the crown is off his head. Can you see that? The crown is off his head. It's not sitting on his head. It's been lifted. It is away from his head. It's in the air. So there's a possibility that he may not sit on that seat. But he seems to be holding on to it in some way, hoping for some intervention. But justice has a different plan. Spirit has a different plan. Queen of Swords. Justice has to make a very quick and sudden change. Yes. To take action. To bring about righteousness. Truth. To balance this energy. Because it's deceptive. 7 of Swords. He's running away from it. He keeps moving dates. He keeps moving energy, moving places, and looking behind his shoulder. You know, who's following, who's watching, who knows? dishonesty, betrayal. It's absolutely sneaky, nasty behavior. He knows that. But he knows it's coming. Justice is coming. He knows that. He smells it, he feels it, and that is why he keeps looking over his shoulder. He's not settled. He's wobbly. He's wavy. He's shaky. It's breaking him inside. Princess Catherine, what would you like to say? Princess of Pentacles. That's your Page of Pentacles. What else? The Moon, the Hermit, Queen of Cups. Messages, information, surprises. What else? She wants manifest very soon the outcomes to bring to light that which is hidden, that which she says he is responsible for, being the crab in the water. That he knows, he needs to bring it out. There's the Hermit that followed that. She's saying light needs to come. She's waiting. She's holding her wand and waiting. Her pentacle for this truth to come out, to light, to be brought out. Queen of Cups. Even Diana is waiting for this justice to bring healing to all of these emotions and sadness, to have compassion and empathy for what has taken place. He needs to own up. He needs to, this needs to come out. That's what she's saying. Oh Lord. Is there any other message? Temperance. Yes, she's waiting for the balancing. She's waiting for this to come into reality, to manifest it. She says behind the scenes, Spirit is working like the people on the earth are working to bring this equation into balance. Many things are playing out, but it will come. It will come. A healing must take place. A divine help is coming. But keep going. Keep going. Keep mixing. Keep praying. You will need to have a little bit of patience, but it is coming. In the final, a card for William, please. What is he saying? Snake. Deception, cheating, seduction, untrustworthiness, desire. All of his qualities, he knows it. He's been a snake in the grass. He's been deceptive. He has cheated. He's been unfair. He's been very crafty about doing it with intelligence. His desires overcame him. He was seduced into darkness at the same time. And of course, the world will see him unworthy and untrustworthy. And for Catherine, please. The fish. This is a 7, and a 3 and 4 adds to 7. Abundance and wealth, prosperity. That is what her energy is about. Sharing information, wealth, happiness, joy, a gain for everyone. Being able to find in any environment the ability to survive and thrive, the ability to flow, to move, to be free, to be graceful, she says. And you create, you manifest your world from that. You could have color even in the darkness. You could bring color and light from darkness. So swim out of the depths and show your creativity and attract that energy. And that is what she's doing. She's creative. Color, new growth, abundance and life. Doesn't matter whether you're up in heaven or in the higher dimensions or in the deep waters of the earth. You can do it. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Thank you, Prince William, Princess Catherine. Thank you for your messages. Beautiful souls and hearts, family of light. Continue with light. Spread it. And let us have what we are looking for in this world. The peace, the love, the unity, the prosperity. And let the flames of your light burn bright and unite from every corner of this globe, the earth. I want you to know that when you light a candle or a lamp, that flame is visible in outer space. Out in space, it is visible from the earth. Spirit has said that. Do not fear the darkness. Light the candle, physically and non-physically. And if you light it non-physically within yourself, wherever you go, it moves with you. It will not be extinguished. And that is how they know who we are and where we are. That is one of the ways of knowing. And that's how Spirit gravitates to us. Divine Spirit gravitates to us. Live in love and fight with light and the togetherness of Ascension for the wellness of Earth and the oneness of Divine. I thank you. I love you. I bless you. Till next.